Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Talking Shit. I got Wally in here, Stan, and your boy Sophisticated Jerk. Stan gonna be on icon mode today. He's under the weather. Either that or he's bullshitting. He got a whole roster of chicks up in his house.
Hey, white woman, where's my chicken soup at?
Oh, this guy. Here we go.
Stan been trying to hide out lately, so we might have to send the authorities over to his house and check this situation out.
Oh, please don't send the sisters. They too feminist for me. They're gonna get rid of my white women.
I said authorities.
Oh, Lord have mercy. That's technically the authorities to him.
Oh yeah, no, Stan gonna get beat up out here. That's why he ducking out. But all right. But yeah, today for our first topic and stuff, we're gonna review the one clip. It was actually on Anton's channel. Shout out to Anton, man. They got a panel over there. Shit's fire, man. They be having some good discussions and topics over there. But they were reviewing the one clip with Dr. Umar where he was saying, sisters don't invest in brothers and stuff. And he made the comparison that like snow bunnies will invest in men and catch them at the potential and stuff like that.
Oh,
so
we on this topic. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I definitely
It's the lie.
But I wanted to break it down because they had a good dynamic in the clip where some of the women were like, "Oh hell no, I ain't invested in no guy." So I wanted to play that, and we could definitely break down the.
It's gonna get real good.
Yeah,
I saw a
absolutely.
Video of someone reacting to that same Dr. Umar video. Boy, man, look. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. Let me pull that up. But yeah, no, they definitely had a good discussion, and it definitely has some layers. So we definitely gonna have to break it down because. It's a couple things I saw within that clip that I do want to address, and I know y'all gonna catch some stuff. So
Dr. Umar changing up, he might get that school up if he gets some white women on his team now.
He got man.
Hey Stan,
I don't hear nothing.
Stan, you said that shit could be operational. He get some other ethnic groups in there.
Okay, he's gonna have a full on, what do we call those programs when they go around now? It's nationwide, like McDonald's franchise.
Oh damn! Okay, shit. You say he go franchises. He gonna have like what they call them? They're not grantees, but the people that donate all the money and stuff. Ooh. So they're gonna be flush with cash, huh?
Philanthropists.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But all right, let me go ahead and play this clip, and then y'all let me know whenever y'all want me to stop and stuff. So,
if you met a man who made half of what you made, or a third of what you made, but he had a financial vision of an empire, a business, some sort of an entrepreneurial undertaking.
See, I think that's dangerous.
Stay with me.
I think that's dangerous.
Let me finish it, and then I want you to respond. And he needed you to help invest in his dream, and he gave you a definitive timeline. He said, "Give me 12 months." Or 24, no more than that. If you invest in me, I promise you what I'm going to build will equal where you are. Would you have a problem investing in him?
What does investing in him mean?
Let's say he needed $700 a month to help fuel this dream. He needed $700.
I saw that face, Wally. What was your take? She got dumb all of a sudden, didn't she?
No. So this is my thing. Like, this was actually the part. Cause I had to make sure I remembered it right. Cause I thought he said 700 within the first like 1 or 2 years. But okay, he said 700 a month. But no, keep going.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say nothing just yet.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out she was like, "What do you mean investment?" Like, come on,
yeah, because
like, she got dumb as hell all of a sudden.
He literally said the components like, "Are you not comprehending?" But you say that we don't comprehend, right? Okay.
Yeah. She probably got like 10 degrees. Don't know what investment. What you say, Stan?
Yeah, you just said it. 10 degrees. Don't know what investment is.
You just said business, money. What more? What are we talking about?
Yeah, he laid it out pretty clear. So she just tried to play dumb. They when people don't want to really answer anything, they're like, "Oh shit." They start acting like they don't know what certain words means. But all right, let me get back to the video though.
$100 for 24 months. Could you do it? You're reluctant.
I am reluctant because what's the What's the guarantee?
There is no guarantees in love. There is no guarantees in romance.
And
If you
also,
need a
I think
guarantee, you
I think
can't get in it.
context matters. How
I
long have
agree.
we been together?
I agree.
You know, if it's just a guy that I met last year and all of a sudden he has these dreams and
No,
he
y'all
wants me
been
to
dating
fund
for
it.
about 2 years. You like him. There might even be some love there. And he's saying
There might be
invest
some
in
love
me.
there is crazy. There has to be some love there.
Let's say there
has
is.
to be a future there. And I think that's what I'm saying. Context matters. If I see myself
Will,
with
but
this,
All right, before they give more context, what you want to pause for, Stan?
Context does not matter. Context is a false state of mind. Ask the men on Lock Up After Love. Love After Lock Up. What was the context? He was stuck in jail. When he comes out of jail, he should be focused on you. Girl, stop lying. Context don't matter. Y'all know for well y'all give it up to anybody that you think that's deemed, okay. Context matter. Man, that's some bullshit.
Nah. Context matter a little bit. When you talk about $700 a month, you gotta give me some goddamn context.
Okay,
Stan tripping.
right?
Context definitely matters. But here's one thing. Let's start here, right? Let's start at the start of frame of what Dr. Umar said, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you were to give him $700 per month for 1 to 2 years, right? Depending on how you want to fluctuate that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 700 for 1 year or 2 years, however you want to work that out, for every month. So if you notice, if you calculate that, right, for 2
That's
years.
9,400.
For 2 years?
For 1 year is 9,400. For 2 years, looking at $18,000 and 600. 1860.
Yeah,
keep in mind though, these are some broke chicks. So
how broke
you
are
know.
they? How broke are they when they're the most educated, the most got all
Man,
the
they be
money?
coming out that joint with like 100,000 worth of debt. So
But mind you, they got these jobs that's 100,000 and everything else, and taking on girl trips 6 times a year. Exactly, what is $18,000? Just go ahead and I like to round it up. $20,000. What is that? That's nothing to you. You can give your man that much. You go on the strip clubs and meeting strangers and the sipping paint, putting $100 bills in their little job. Right? Why not do that for your man?
This guy's saying.
But so Stan, real quick, because I want them to build more of the context. But why you say there's no context needed?
Because we know that women will support a man if they like him. We know that women have done this before. That's why this season, being that it's cold in the winter and it's dark early, the hobosexuals are running amok and sailing people homes, the women homes. So you already have it in you to invest. To say context matter as like I have to call it BS. You have
Shout out to the homosexuals.
Yeah,
holding
and
it
also
down.
white boys.
But all right, let me get back to the video.
White
So
boys.
we got 700 per month for 12 to 24.
Yeah.
We forgot one more population. We forgot one more population. The migrants that came over that y'all supporting as well.
Okay.
But real quick, I want to say this real quick because here's the thing that I want to say. Because even when it comes to like, okay, the 700 or neither like 1 year or 2 years, and then per month within that time frame, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get one thing clear, right?
Mm-hmm.
One, the guy gave you a definitive 1 to 2 year standpoint, right? Notice one thing: when you have a relationship with a bank asking for the same thing for a loan, usually they will tell you in a time frame, right? The man gave you a time frame. That's one check you got to give him because he at least asks you for a time frame. Because let's be honest, when you're asking for a certain amount of money, there is going to be a time frame on investment. Let's just be real about it. That's across the board, right? And if I'm not mistaken, based upon what Umar's saying, right, the people like these two are going to be together, quote unquote, right? They're married, correct? Yes or no?
He didn't say married, but y'all, they're together.
Okay, they're together. All right. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
No,
okay.
but you can't say it like that because there's no guarantee in the business going to be successful.
Well,
yeah, no, he said that. He was like, "There's no guarantees in anything,
right.
So
But
you don't know if it's an investment. You know, investments. There's no guarantees in investments. There's risk.
And that's why I was trying to point out, like, were they actually a thing, or like how he was saying it? Was there a thing? Because
I think he's gonna build in more. So let me get to the video real quick. We'll
go ahead.
You didn't answer the question. Let's say all those things are there. Will you financially invest in him?
So the question is, Molly already shaking her head. All right, Molly, I'm coming to you.
So real quick, this is where like Anton and them played the video. Now everybody's gonna kind of give their responses. So
Which one is Molly?
I think the light skinned one right here in the corner.
Yeah,
Okay.
that the one that's flexing her glasses.
No, this is Molly right here.
Okay.
And gentlemen, just before we jump into this, never date a chick that's named after a party drug.
Hi, this guy. Oh my
But
God.
all right, we're gonna jump back into the
You
But
first,
sir,
man.
suppose
y'all
I
gonna
go
see
to-
why.
But suppose I go to a strip club and
The-
there's a date named Ecstasy. Should I just go ahead and procure a service?
Keep it pushing. I'm telling you, any girl named after a party drug, she's gonna rob you. She gonna have her hand in your pocket. She could be gnawing on your wallet, like Pac-Man and shit. So yeah, exit
Lord.
left. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all,
All right.
Well, no, I'm not coming to Molly because she already shaking her head. I know where I'm gonna go with this. The question is, should women invest in a man's future / dreams? I'm gonna go with Quill because Quill was quiet in the last segment. Quill, should a woman invest in a man's future and dreams?
If she wants his loyalty when he make it, yeah. If not, then I think that if a man got a vision and a plan and he's on ground zero, if you have the means to invest in him, you should, because once he make it, it's a wrap. He ain't gonna be no coming back to get you. Ain't gonna spin in the block. He might play with you, but he ain't gonna be there to actually marry you or do anything like that. So yeah, I think a woman should rest in the right man though, because I'll be picking some of the craziest dudes to invest in.
What's the right man, Quill? Give me some context.
shout out he got an in poverty shirt on.
He's a
Character number one. You gotta see, check his friends out, people who has influence on him, and maybe his family structure. But a lot of these girls be investing in chicks dudes that be just on their mom couch in the basement, not doing nothing all day. And they're like, I see potential in them. Potential means you haven't done anything yet. So I just don't understand when women say they see potential in a dude who don't even have a job. Like, where's the potential? So yeah, investing in the right dude could pay dividends. Like, it could be like you can literally have no worries once you make it. And a lot of women ain't willing to do that. I just call it spade a spade. So that's
Why don't you think a lot of women are willing to do that, Quill?
because they failed at it, investing in the wrong man. So
Wait, hold on, Quill. Why is all of the ladies looking like they about to blow a gasket on here?
they probably
Because it's
Jerry going
Dusty.
crazy.
I'm standing
Dusty.
on
Tom down there going
Dusty.
crazy.
business.
Molly up here going crazy.
That's what you be
Ava
talking
just
about.
looking.
Dusty.
Ava just looking.
I just have resting bitch face. That's
Hold
all.
on,
That's just my face.
wait.
So before we keep going, what y'all think about what was his name? Quill's response to it.
He was being honest. He was being honest. They do invest, and I don't say they, I mean all women, not black women. All women. You've seen it so many times. They invest in a guy who has zero. Like, he's not doing anything. And from my own experience, like from women who like, hey, can you get him a job? No, I'm not getting him a job. I'm not gonna burn up my bridges. Fuck that. You support him. I'm not gonna have. He need to work for you. No, he don't need to work for me. No, ever. He needs to work
All right.
McDonald's first. He need to build some resume, because like, no, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do something, but like, you can't be his mom, his cheerleader, his case worker, his social worker. But they invest in guys like that for some strange reason. It's like that's the guy that they will go ahead and spend so much money and time. And these are the same people I talked about before, where you see him post something on Facebook going on vacation. Like, how you go on vacation and you broke and you stress and you saying like this is a good year, God. Like, motherfucker, if you don't get the fuck off the social pages, Like,
So let me get Wally in here. So Wally, you think what he was saying, like, hey, it's smart to invest in a guy, I guess the right guy, you agree with him on that?
I mean, pretty much, yeah. I mean, you always want to make sure you make quote unquote the smart investment, right? But one thing we always hear, this is the one thing I always say, right? When we hear women speak on this particular standpoint of investing in your man, and they always come back to saying, "Oh, I have," and he just failed, or he betrayed me, or I try to level him up, and the next thing you know, he moves on to someone else. Trust me, I saw it when I told you. I literally saw this particular same video, but only not Anton, it was somebody else. And I'm seeing the blatant reactions or just the reactions of somebody else or comments. I'm just like, y'all are the most foolish motherfuckers I've ever known. But yet you want to sit here and say men are dumb. Y'all been fooled. Y'all play yourselves every fucking damn time when y'all do this. I don't know how to help.
But do you think it's based on like their past experience? Do y'all would y'all say like it might be smart for them to like not invest if they have some bad experience, or?
No, because the issue is, here's the real problem. The real problem is this problem we always hit on, right? If every female said I invested in a man, right? If all these females on this panel were to say I've truly invested in a man and he failed me completely. Here's my thing. The man didn't fail you. You failed yourself. Why I say that? Because you did not analyze the guy that you were dealing with to know if he was even worth investing in. And that's the number one problem with all these females I've heard every single time I hear this. It's like, for me, I always think to myself, when I hear this thing and I hear how they're saying everything and how they are constantly in this thing, I always say this, right? Here's a perfect example that I use, right? I go back to, if everyone watched the show, and I'm pretty sure everyone here has, the Martin show, right? You remember that time when Martin was on the downhill spiral and he was out of the radio gig and everything. Yep. He was just like, he was trying to figure out how to pay his rent.
Yep.
One day, Gina, what did Gina do? He hand Martin a check that'll take care of his problem. And Martin was like, man, well, this is good because that literally will take care of everything. But what did Martin did? He handed it back to her. Why? Especially when she was willing to invest in him and she knows it was worth it. But why? Why did he return it back? Especially when your girl was willing to do it without you even asking her.
I can answer it. She won't respect him.
What say that?
He said she won't respect him. But why would you?
No. That wasn't what I was saying. No.
It was his ego, right?
Well, that. But I also think here's my thing. This is my breakdown of it, right?
Okay.
When you think about that TV show, right? The number one thing is Gina's father never liked Martin. Gina's father believed that she should have dated better. And the fact of the matter is, I believe psychologically in Martin's head, if he takes this and God forbid he fails, his father's right. Gina's father's right. And he did not want that. So what he did his own thing. He bust his ass. He went through the turmoil and he finally got to where he wanted to be. And now he's blowed up. My thing is sometimes, look, granted, in a lot of cases, Gina, she's a smart woman and she knew Martin was a good investment. But that's because of who he is. My thing is, I think a lot of these females, when they date these guys, it's pretty much because you like them and you locking in. But you really didn't really put them to the ring. This is what I'm saying. When y'all talking about investment, think about it like a bank. If I'm giving you this and I see your credit score looking like this, why would you think I want to give you money?
Yeah, good point. Good point. I like the breakdown.
And that's why I'm like, no. Y'all females were really not thinking when y'all was dealing with these dudes. I'm sorry.
But let me get to go ahead, Stan.
Quick, one more thing. A lot of times, and this is why we're passionate about this, because you don't invest in us, the guys who had to do right and who did right. You invest in them. The guys who are like didn't do anything, won't do anything, but we have to pay for it.
Yes, the particular bands that ain't worth.
Yeah, and then we paying for it, and all of them in unison got that. We used to call it trauma bond. But I bet you all of them dated the same type of guy. and invested in that guy.
Let's. I like what you're saying, Stan. Let's watch the responses because some of that is going to play out. So I want to circle back to that, but I want to get to the video and see the females' responses. But you guys are spot on it a little bit, so I do want to circle back to that concept. So, but let me play this video.
We gonna get there. We gonna mine this out I'm gonna tell y'all. So I had watched this, and it was interesting to me, but I was told that I was wrong. So I was willing to learn, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna pose this as a question on Monday night because I'm curious. And Quill is very much in the same boat as the rest of the guys that was kind of telling me different than what I thought. So I'm gonna go to Molly first. Molly, what's going on? Tell me what your thoughts are.
It's just Dusty. I've kind of heard Dr. Umar say some Dusty stuff like that before. But my thing is, okay, so we're not married and we've been together about 2 to 3 years. I'm good enough for you to ask for money, but I'm not good enough to be a wife. But I'm good enough to finance your operation for another year or two, and you're not my husband. And I have to wait until maybe your business might make it, and then you'll take me with you. But as we see from history, most men, they get things off of the back of a woman, and then they'll leave her for another woman. So I don't understand. And then why do you need a woman to be half of the man for you? So if I'm out here making an extra $700 a month to fund your dusty business that may or may not work, who's the man if I have to be the man? Who's the woman if I have to be the man for you?
Wait, Molly, why is this business dusty?
Why gotta be dusty though?
It's dusty because you're not asking a grown man for a business loan. You're asking a woman. I'm the wrong person to ask. I'm so sorry. Anton, your followers are going to be so mad at me because Dr. Umar was the one person to speak on this because I don't think all Black men are weak, but the ones he's talking to in that particular clip, he's talking to the weak beta males who always needed their mom, always needed a woman to do something for them because they're not a man. They can't do it themselves. You're not a husband. You can't be a husband. You can't come up with your own money to fund your own business. What can you do? What are you there for? As a woman, why would I be taking all of my options of other men off the table to fund your dusty business that you obviously won't even be able to be successful in because you need me to do it for you? And I'm not like... And then Dr. Umar also tried to sit there and pin women against women, make it about race, trying to make Black women compete with white women for Black men, a dusty Black man at that. Dr. Umar, boo. You should be so ashamed of yourself, Dr. Umar. I'm sorry.
Quill, I see you was responding to that. Quill, can you give us some more insight, sir, or what your thoughts are?
Why is Dennis playing?
Yeah.
Lord have mercy on my soul. Bro, this is why I sit here and say this. When I saw the other video that I watched, this is why I sit here and say this world's going straight to hell. Lord have mercy. I believe it. Look, I'll say this, right? This is why I was very keen on what Dr. Umar said about the statement as far as them being together. Like, how so are they together? Because that's pretty much the thing. Because like the one thing she said that I agree with, she's not the wife, quote unquote, right? So
would you want money from her if she was your wife?
Well, actually, no. There's levels to things. I'm not gonna go there. But my thing is this, right?
Yeah.
Because I'll say this: if you're just a friend, or you're just someone I'm dating, or trying to get to date, or whatever how it is, I'm not gonna go that far. But my thing is this, right? Here's my problem that I keep hitting on, right? Every single time, and this is why I'm saying a lot of people don't fucking think, and they think they're so smart and elegant, but you don't think. So again, he's asking you for a loan, right? At this point, this is business. That's all there is to it. There's business. And last time I checked, getting a business loan, it don't matter if it's a man or a woman. It's business.
Oh, see, that's okay. Now see, but here's the problem, right? You go involved in business with somebody that's romantically involved. You do have to put on documentation. If there's no documentation, then it's not a loan, it's a gift. If you sign documents, right, and you're supposed to get a return at the end of it, and the business failed, do you think the relationship is going to succeed or the relationship is going to fail? Also leaves it open to when this relationship, when the business succeed. Now, if it's going toward marriage, you already signed one document. Here's another one. It's called prenup. There is a probably, and this is probably the women have us beat. They're probably thinking long term.
Nah, I don't think they thinking long term on
No,
this.
and plus prenup on what?
Yeah, because it's a business now successful. Now you, as the boyfriend, who's now going ahead like, will you take my arm? No, take my hand in marriage. But now this business is successful. I know I paid you back your loan. I don't want to bring you on as a partnership. This is my business, and I don't want to give you half of it. So I signed this prenup. I can see it lending to other places because it is a business, it is a loan, and you sign a contract. I would not take any money from her. Because
Yeah.
every
Let
month you're
me
going.
Well,
her,
yeah,
your
but here's
dusty
another
business.
part.
But that's the part about it, like the way that she is, and like your dusty dreams, your dusty business. Can you imagine hearing that every time, all the time?
Well, yeah,
Like,
that's another thing that was just a turn off. Like you don't even know the particular guy you would even do it for, and you already calling someone Dusty's. Like, what the hell?
Well, I think the issue is what you guys are bringing back. I think a lot of times. Well, hold on. Let me play a couple more people, and we'll get to this because I want to.
Well, before you played it, because I would like to say this one piece of thing, because
Yeah.
even to like the point that Stan brought up, but this is my whole standpoint. Is like once again, it's like even then, what you're offering is a deal, and you do expect a return on said deal. My thing is, at the end of the day, is like, but this is the whole point. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're at the point investing in someone, like for instance, if anyone watched Shark Tank, right? All the sharks, they all invest in people. But guess what? What is in part of that investment? Not just the money. No, because those people are doing what? They're looking to get a return. So guess what? They're always on your ass. So again, you're not just getting someone that's just handing you money. Now you're getting someone that's looking over and seeing what's being done with it. So again, if you're not asking what are you using the money for, which is another key indicator of how you're breaking this money down, then how do I know that my money's gonna be used to good use and the money's coming back in? So again, another clear sign: women do not think about this fully when they're asked this question. Let alone.
But see, here's I think the because I think the overarching part, and I wanted to jump in it, but we're getting deep.
Yeah.
I think the way people respond to stuff, I think they sometimes project who they dealt with in the past. So like with her, she's like adamant, like, oh, the business is gonna be dusty. So she must have haven't really been with like professional guys that, are business minded. So that's probably why she has that stance where it's like, nah, I'm not gonna give the money up because of this and this. So she's like, probably back in the day, she used to mess with dudes that ain't have shit, I think typically, like, if you're business minded, you're gonna understand, like, first of all, you're gonna, the way you'll respond to the question, you'll be like, I would invest in my man if I was with him for a long time. Cause he, the whole premise was like, they're together for like,
2 or 3
he
years.
wants the loan for 2 years. So if somebody's comfortable enough to come ask for some money for like a business type thing, you should be with somebody that has a business mind, probably has a good business plan. So, me personally, I'll be like, shit, I'm not going to align with no bums anyway. So if somebody's coming and has a solid business plan, I got a business mind, I will invest in them.
I want to talk about this. Is another good point, but I'm gonna bring it back once I found it because boy, this is another one. There's another one.
Yeah. So I think the way she responded, like defensive, calling it broke and dusty. I think that guy Quill had a good point where he was just like, you know what, if you want the truest loyalty, you should invest in a guy if you're with him for that long time and stuff. So with her, she's like, well, I'm not married, I'm not the wife, but you because I think women got it so lopsided sometimes where they think it's like on the guy to always prove and win them over. But it's like, you know what, if he's a solid guy, got his shit together, you're supposed to show that you know what I always say, man, don't get with a woman that won't invest in you. So it's just like they never want to prove themselves on that end. So it's just like, just think about it. Jeff Bezos, when he started Amazon, Bill Gates and all these dudes went around and asked for funding for their business. So just think if you would have invested in those like type of guys early on, where you would be at right now. So that's why I'm saying she's not thinking it out from that long thing. So that's why I stopped you Stan, where you're talking about they're thinking too long term. They're not thinking that long term. they thinking in their past, like the bad interactions that they had, like y'all said earlier.
Can I ask one more thing? I know you're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Put for later. She did mention like, how come you don't go to men to fund your dreams? And I think that's something that was weird.
Well, the piece she's trying to paint is like, you're weak if you come and ask me for some money, but it's stupid. It's kind of a stupid point because it's like, hey, you're my girl, we're together. So I mean, personally, I would have asked females for money because, like you were saying, Stan, like the position they sometimes take for stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just like for her to kind of say that, like, oh, you're weak if you would come and ask you for money. What happened if this dude has the next big thing? Like he got an Amazon type idea, Microsoft, and you missed that boat. And now he's like, shit, you want to invest with me? I'm moving on.
No,
and you got to sit back and watch that shit blow up.
But you know what's so even crazier though? It's like if we're in a relationship, we're supposed to help each other out because we care about each other winning. Why is that a problem? If we care about each other winning.
Oh, there's a problem. You know why? You know why, Wally?
Go ahead, Stan. Go ahead. Say it.
You're supposed to be the provider.
That's what she wants pretty much. She's like, because the way she was breaking it down, she was like, if you got to ask me for half of anything, you're not a man type thing. So she's just like, you're supposed to fund my whole shit.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem though. It's like, again,
but
let me how these ideas be so. Go ahead, man.
Now we gonna get back to it because I want to show a couple of other ones because it was some of the females they kind of responded a different way. So there's a couple that sound like her, but there's a couple other ones that give a different stance. So we'll circle back to the rest of the conversation.
You gotta be Dusty. He can literally have a legit business plan
because you're not a husband. You're Dusty dating for 2 years, and then you need me for another year or two to fund your Dusty operation.
Okay, so now what happens when
I'll cheat and get, who's gonna be the man if I gotta be the man?
Wow.
I'm gonna have me a little thing, and you do what you gotta do. I'm not giving you no sex. I'm gonna get bussed out by him, and I'll still play house with you.
Yeah,
and treat you like a little child. Because that's what you are. Because you see this shit? You see this shit? The man for you. You ain't got no homeboys, no mentors, no uncles, no grandfather, nothing else. Men don't understand how dusty they are until a woman kind of puts it in perspective. I'm this little old woman, and I have to break my back to come up with almost $1,000 a month for you. Just go get a white girl then. Just go take the easy way.
Who said anything about breaking your back to do anything?
I'm just saying. No, because the question needs to be that Dr. Umar, he should have switched it. He should have said, Black men, would you be willing to fund your woman's business for a year or two?
No.
And then when her business is up and popping, would you be okay? She could take you to the top because because if you don't do it, there's gonna be a white man that's gonna be sitting there funding her business and taking all the good stuff that comes with it when you could have did the same thing. Like Dr. Umar should have flipped it, because why is it okay for a Black woman to do it? Well, I'm just gonna go and find a white man then.
Quill,
hold
on, y'all. We're gonna get there. Quill, what are your thoughts on this?
I think Molly's tripping, man.
Of course you do. Of course.
A lot of these women be delusional, bro. I don't know where they think all this money come from in the Black community.
Why are you dating if you don't have money?
That's an excuse.
We make the least amount of money in America. The Black woman makes $35,000 on average. The Black man make about 45, 50 grand. Where y'all think all this money coming from to be doing it? So if y'all want to be in, y'all want us to marry y'all, but y'all don't want to be in it together when we trying to build together. So it doesn't make, it's a big contradiction.
Why can't you be married before you have your hand out?
Yeah, you should be married before.
I'm just answering the question, but 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna want to marry a man who don't have nothing. So let's just keep it a buck on that stage. If he ain't got nothing and he's trying to build, he got
priorities.
Hold on, wait, because I'm coming to everybody on this. We're gonna take our time.
So what y'all? We'll stop real quick. So what y'all think so far? I would just say, man, I agree with him, and to a certain degree, where the way they kind of responded, like, hell no, you're Dusty if you come to me for anything. I'm like, man, what happened if this dude, because you're supposed to be with somebody that's solid. You know, you're supposed to be moving with attention. So it's just like the fact that they're not doing that. It's just like, man, you're gonna miss a good opportunity to build with somebody. And I think that's an issue with a lot of females, man. They want to meet somebody at the finish line and stuff like that versus building with them and stuff. So yeah, he's got a solid point.
Here's my thing, right? You want to know what the idea of why the female wants the finished product, and I truly wholeheartedly believe that this is literally it comes from the idea of a man, aka for most of these females that do have a father, it comes from them. And let me tell you why I say this. You always want the best. Men wants the best for their daughters, right? In this case, this is where they want the same things. Like once you hit that road, when you get hit and punched in the face, and you finally wake up and you're like, oh, I want the best offer man, meaning I want the finished product. That's what your daddy tried to get you, but guess what? You said no to his idea or no to his choice of man. When he tried to tell you that ain't it, supposedly. For those that had that opportunity, I can't say that for mostly ladies up here, but for those that had that and you neglected it, that's your problem. But
now you know why they wanted the finished product, because they want the option to take half that shit. Nah, that's serious. That's why that's why they don't want to build. You know why they don't want to build with somebody? Because if they build with somebody, that means they have equity in that whole relationship. So they will feel bad. You know, it's almost like a psychological thing. People, when they invest in stuff, they are loyal to that process. They, don't take it for granted. But it's just like if they meet somebody at the finish line and they don't invest into that situation, it almost gives them the right away to like, they're not going to feel bad taking half, because they didn't build that connection with somebody. So that's why a lot of them are like, they're revealing who they are deep down inside, where it's like, oh, it's Dusty if you ask me for money and stuff, because they know like in their subconscious, they're like, this don't go right. I'm taking this shit and I'm bouncing, and I don't want to feel bad for doing that. So that's why they're cold with it. And that's why I always tell guys, I'm like, man, make sure they invest in you, because the Molly up there, that's a take half chick. She gonna be right in the court with the lawyer, like, hey, make that happen. Like, I want half that bread. So what dude that married that? Hey, good luck. Good luck pimping.
But wouldn't that make them Dusty if they waiting for the man at the finish line?
They can't
be absolutely.
Dusty. They're the trophies, right?
They're not the trophy. You the Dusty. Trophy is gone now. You Dusty by their own what they all agreeing on and everything else. If you come in, Wally, and you already successful, and they coming in, they Dusty. Now they got business idea and like, can you help fund me? No, you Dusty. Well, I'm gonna help out in your little mediocre business plan.
But Stan, you know what? And this is why I tell guys stop messing with broke chicks that got a broke mindset, because it's just like, the type of females I target. Like for example, my wife's executive. So she came to me, she's going to have a good business idea just because I know who I married and I know what her mindset works like. So yeah, I would invest in her business because, I know how to like vet a good business plan.
She come in with a SWOT analysis, right?
Yeah, she's going to go through the whole nine, but I will invest in her. See? And that's the difference.
But that's my thing. She will give you a full visual. She will literally guide you on that thing, and you'll be like, "Oh, okay, I can see this." But see, that's the thing. Y'all ain't never been guided nothing. Y'all only been guided by y'all googly eyes and being like, "Oh my god, okay."
Hey, true story. I had a friend of mine who married and although she was successful, he was, and we all told her. And now she angry, and I'm just like, why are you mad? You knew this person was, and the type of person she was, she could have had any other guy, every guy that was top tier, and she chose him.
Yeah.
And invested in him, and we're like, why would you even do that?
But that's the thing. A lot of them, that's what happened. Like, man, made bad decisions, targeted the wrong person, and then that's what they're projecting.
When I'm gonna say this real quick. When his own mother and brothers and grandma told her not to invest in him. These are signs.
Okay, see?
Yeah,
See?
no, I
You
agree.
even got other people telling you no.
His own
But all
blood.
Let me get back to the video, and then we'll break it down some more because they got to get to a couple other ones.
Elizabeth, what's going on?
Well, you know what? Listen, I'm not gonna front for camera. I go ahead and give me the red nose. I'm a fool. I'm just ready for someone to wipe me up because I most certainly am going to invest in a man's dreams and I'm gonna be there for him. I'll ride for him. I am a sucker for love and I'm doing the best I can to, I don't know, but
Go ahead, Liz.
She better not be that much of a sucker. She better not be that much.
I agree more with what Quill's saying because just of my pattern of behavior, but I wish I was more like Molly because she does have a ring, so she must be doing something right. So I'm taking.
Oh, Molly's married.
Yeah, they just said to a white
What
dude
does that have
or
to do with
something.
anything? She's married.
I'm just
And
saying.
she don't gotta work.
I mean,
Do you see your logic, Quill, though? Of course, I'm going to pick somebody who's a provider over somebody who needs me to be their provider. This is why we have to reestablish gender roles and men knowing their role and women knowing their role and men not thinking she's going to have my back, even though she's my girlfriend.
Oh,
I mean,
but to talk.
Pause right there. Pause. See, I want to say one thing. Thing.
God.
This is why the idea of this shit is so dead. The idea of relationship is about you two helping each other, right?
Yeah, become one and build.
Service me, right? Right?
Yes.
What the are we?
Molly is 100%.
Boy, this is just another perfect reason why I say, honestly, when videos like this, honestly, every time I hear this, it's just better to just be a man and just doing it on your own because you know you ain't gonna get no support from nobody you deal with if this is the talk.
Yeah, Molly is pure transaction when she's like, gender roles. So what happens if her husband, because she did say, not my husband, so if it's her husband needs to be backed up, is she going to back him up?
Hell no. You heard what she said earlier. She's like, look, if you need me for anything, I'm sleeping with somebody else. So she subconsciously put out a little bit too much. She out that door, dog. If my man come on hard times, she dipping. So verbatim. That's what it came out of her mouth. All right, we ain't gotta speculate.
Ooh, I got a request for a future show. Request for 2025. I need you to review with us the marriage vows because I am so much confused now. Because I'm like,
we got new marriage vows. It's called "You Neither Got Money or It Ain't Happening." That's the vow right now.
Well, see, but this is the sad thing, and this is why I always give pushback on that provider shit. It's because, man, you better get the right female that will rock with you, man, and especially if you're a good dude. Like, it makes sense if a female's like, hey, I ain't giving money to a fucked up dude that ain't got no good plan. That makes sense. But you got you a right dude that's handling business, man, you better make sure you invest in them. But what she's saying is just like y'all said, transactional. She's like, look, you need to do A, B, C, D. And man, the way these females talk about the provider stuff, this is why I be trying to point out to guys. I'm like, man, you see how disrespectful they are with it? Oh, you need to do this for me, or I'm out of there, or you're not a man and stuff. And that's why I tell dudes, I'm like, man, when y'all sign up for that provider shit, and these females are dictating that shit, y'all think y'all the leader? Wait till she gets she's unhappy or something. She going right to that courthouse. She taking half your shit. So it's just one of those things, man. Like, guys, man, like, leave that shit alone. Like, if she ain't investing in you, you better off by yourself, man.
Molly is scary.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Them type of chicks, shit. She wiping you clean the fuck out.
So, hey, look, Jerry, you see that what I put in the private chat?
Mm-hmm.
So you see that movie, right? That I just put down.
Yeah.
So, if you know that Tyler Perry movie, right? When Taraji B. Henson was with the broke dude, broke brother, her family said that dude was nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't gonna succeed. Nothing. Right? That dude was constantly trying to build that project and it just keep failing. But he kept on pushing through. Even when he didn't have nothing, he kept on pushing through. Eventually, they broke up, right? Because he failed her, right? And granted, it is what it is. He failed her. But guess what? He kept on pushing. But notice one thing. The female that had it all, that had big bucks, but saw a dude the same way that she did, but understand how long a business really takes to really grasp, invested in him, and look what happened. Look what happened. He came back and he stunned on everybody. All y'all mother lovers that thought that I wasn't gonna be nothing. Look here. Hey, look.
Wally, before you preach,
Huh?
before you preach, that dude did a lot of damage to her.
What? Bro, hey, true, but guess what? He paid it all the way back while studying on the family. Because guess what? He bring it all back. He brought back the investment on top of more, and then brought everything, bought the house, all that. And guess what? He did all of that and stood on their ass and then walked away with his new wife. How in the world? But guess what? But see, that's the difference. That dude, he literally says, I fucked up and I know I did, but I'm going to make it back. And when I do, here it is. And he did that. Now, granted, most people say, oh, that's a movie, Wally. That don't mean nothing. Again, that explains the type of dude you're dealing with. You're dealing with a fucking bum-ass lame nigga that don't got that in his mind about you. He don't even give a fuck about you to even try to give you back something for the choices that you made upon him that you believe in. He didn't even care about you to even bring back some decency, even regardless if you hate him or not. That dude did that. That's my whole point. Y'all be out here dealing with fuck niggas for nothing just because they look good.
But like in her case, like they were like hyping what's her name, Molly, up because they were like, well, she got the ring and all that, and that's fine. But she definitely targeted.
You meant to do that fit you meant to do that fit your profile.
But I mean, just look how disrespectful she kind of is with the provider shit when she's talking about it. So that's what I'm saying. Guys be thinking that shit's cute, but it's just like, man, when they talk, they. But I like what the girl.
Was going to cheat. I was like, oh my god, like that's
just foul, man. That's what I'm saying. That dude, he definitely submitted. Like,
ooh.
But I like the girl what she was saying. Elizabeth, she had a good response. Like, yeah, I'm gonna invest in my man because she's
for love, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, Elizabeth sees herself with a good guy. That's the thing.
Give Elizabeth my number. I got some business.
He's like, hey, look, hey, there's enough Latinos to come around.
That's what it is.
But all right, let me go ahead.
Wait. Elizabeth is Latino?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Oh no, thank you.
She look like it.
But let me hit play, man.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I do feel like Black men should have a chance to compete with other races just as well as white women don't have these conversations. Spanish women don't have these conversations. When their man come to them and ask for money or support willingly, gladly. So I'm behind my man. I'm behind my culture to big up them. So that's just my standpoint. I don't want to be crucified for it, but that's how I feel.
Hispanic women don't talk about it because our men tend to be more traditional. That's why they want to be providers. But I will say that we all know I'm Hispanic too. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about from my point of view. Hispanic people tend to be more traditional. But from what I know, the logic of what the reality is, women are born with our value. Men have to create their value. And the most valuable thing that a woman can give to a man is our time and our womb. So again, if you with someone 2 years and they still have not put a ring, when the average man knows in 6 months if he wants to marry you or not, if he has not put a ring on your finger, then why are you investing money into this man? Now it'd be different if, y'all married and y'all fall on hard times and you gotta, work your butt off a little bit more to help and balance things out. That's different than this is just my boyfriend and I'm gonna give him money because he said he loves me. When women are tested, when women's loyalty is tested when a man has nothing, and a man's loyalty is tested when he has everything. And I'm not about to make this investment into a man if he don't have some type of investment in me, aka being his wife.
Okay, let me go ahead and say this real quick.
So I'm not mad entirely what she said because I see where she's at with it. and she ain't wrong for her perspective.
She said some bullshit, but I'm gonna let you cook.
No,
I'm gonna cook it up.
But she has a fair point. But my thing is this: think about how heavy the topic of relationship is today versus what it was yesterday. For the simple fact that we didn't choose to talk about it or put it in the airways because we just know what we know, and then we just keep pushing forward versus actually talking about it and putting it in the front hole, right? Which means the lingerance of past dramas, past issues, past angering points that we had, or just past things that we just choose to keep up. My thing is this. Most people look at it and say, oh, well, in the first 6 months, you should know if you wanted to be with this person. Let's be real. I know people that have been together for 6 months. Guess what? They fall off within a year's time frame, and then they move on. That don't mean nothing to me. Like, let's keep it real. There's, like, even right now, there's certain people that are together now that have been together for like a couple of years. It's not the fact that he don't want to be with her. It's the fact that there's certain things that he's seen that he's just not pushing. And if y'all still are together past 2 years, and you would think by now you want to be married, maybe because, I don't know, maybe you have to ask them, well, why we're not married yet? If it's not about the money, if it's not about the ring, then what is it? Now, that's a tough right there, because maybe he sees something that he just doesn't want to, quote unquote, put in yet, aka gamble on, because there may be something that he just don't like about you enough to get in there. But of course, if that's the case, then he should just let it go and move on. But that's the thing. A lot of y'all are always questioning this time frame, but have any of y'all really just bothered to just question, why are we still here in this position?
But see, here's the problem with their timeline. And this is why, a lot of men are bitch made. Why the fuck are you on her timeline? And this is where, like, a lot of females are moving out of entitlement. I'm observing you because we know by looking at the stats and shit that females, whenever they just are not happy, whatever, in a relationship, they will leave a relationship. So guys nowadays are assessing it properly. Like, hey, I'm going to make sure that you're into this relationship. This is why I say, like, women need to invest into the relationship because they so quick to leave. They initiate 70% of the divorces. This is facts. We ain't even got to question it. So when they're like, oh, you need to get with me first and then I'll invest in you. Hell nah. You need to prove that you're really into this relationship. So you should be investing into the relationship just like I'm willing to invest in it. So when she's saying, well, guys won't invest in it, man, most dudes are paying for the dates and all this stuff. So they're already initially investing from day one. You know what I'm saying? So when they're maneuvering with that entitlement, they're like, hey, you need to do all this stuff. You need to be on my timeline. You need to do this. And it's like, hell nah, guys ain't typically the ones like leaving relationships like that. So why would we be the ones like proving to y'all that we're committed when the numbers show that we're committed from the jump? We're not the ones really going for alimony and all this other stuff. So it's like almost nowadays we got the data now where females need to be proven to men, because that's why a lot of guys are just like, I'm not getting married. Fuck that, and the numbers are showing that. And that's why, we did a couple of shows where women are like, damn, where are all the guys at these singles events? Because guys are getting smart. They're like, I'm not signing up for that. We see what's playing out. So they need to be proven to the guys that they willing to invest in these situations. Not always like guys need to invest in it, because guys are kind of stepping away from this stuff moving forward.
Right.
So they still have that entitlement in their mind. And it's just like, nah, I need to be investing in the right guy, especially if he's good, because that's rare.
And also, with time, right? You're looking at sometimes, like, what's the rush? You want to get married to do what?
Yeah.
We already move in together. We already doing this stuff. We're doing vacation. You got access to my passcode to my phone. Like, what's the rush? Like, what you trying to take? What you trying to gain from this? Her saying again that womb and time. I'm like, oh, you're another one doing that provider stuff. Yeah, I understand Latin culture and everything as well. We're in America now. Go work. Bring in some money. Because it doesn't work.
And like you said, Stan, a lot of people want to rush into things, man, because they know that's where they win. Once that piece of paper come, man, we see it. Guys get wiped out. Just think about the ultimate providers: Hugh Jackman, Mel Gibson. These guys got way more money than everyone in the YouTube space. Yes. It's just like they get cleaned out. So it's like by now, like guys are just wising it up. So it's like I ain't about to rush.
And I know people gonna
Oh,
be
your
like, "Well, they got
timeline.
money.
You gonna be on my
no money,
timeline
got
or keep
dusty."
block?
I was gonna say this real quick. Like some sisters gonna be like, "Well, you guys are dusty. You ain't got their money." Y'all don't care. You will still put a man in debt. You'll still going like. I have one friend of mine. He supported his girlfriend all the way through medical school, and once she got that degree, she dumped him.
Yeah.
And he worked, put her through school, did everything, and there's no guarantee. So it goes on both sides, ladies. A lot of men invest in you and they don't get zero return. And I just want to say this one thing: when we look at Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos, those women signed a contract. I don't understand why people are scared to sign a piece of paper come from. Y'all want to do everything but the right stuff. If you go and get somebody a loan, we watched 20 years of Judge Judy. Write that stuff up, sign the paper, get it notarized. Just do that. I mean, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. If you guys break up, well, guess what? You still have some form of the business. Like, you still co-own the business. So why not do it the right way? Why are y'all scared?
And that's the thing that's corny with their responses. And all they should just say is like, man, I don't want to invest no money in a guy. Because we know just by looking at most things, when guys get that loyalty from a female, most dudes are going to do right. Like you said, Stan, it's like, if they build that business, they get it to the right level, a dude is always going to contribute back to the household. He's not going to be like, well, you invested only 20%, so I'm not gonna, you only get 20% back. He can be like, if he wins, the household wins, you know? So it's just almost like they know like how guys typically operate. That's why it's like kind of disingenuous how they're like, you know, with the Dusty stuff. Cause it's like, say that dude's business gets to that level, man, y'all winning. He's gonna be like, look, we ain't working no more. Let's chill out. We going shopping. We going on these trips.
Right.
So that's the flip side of it.
And sometimes it also comes back to a point of like, be careful who you talk down on, because that person that you talk down on, that might be the person that might help you one day. That might be the person you might need to help you one day. And that's the thing is like, y'all gotta be careful. Cause like even with Millie, she's over here, Molly, she's over here talking about, oh, well, you know, Dr. Moore should have flipped it around. He should have helped me build a business and then help me build my dreams and aspirations. And then I help him in return. My thing is, again, what's the difference? If you're helping each other win, what's the difference? But you want the man to help you win and be up top, but you can't help a man win and him be up top.
But see, when people are disingenuous, Wally, they always have to flip it because she's already saying she don't want to work. So it's just like,
but
you're gonna
like even go back to what Crystal was saying, right? She's talking about the greatest thing that a woman can give a man is her time and then her womb. Hello. You forget one thing based upon Molly, what she's saying that she's neglecting is the greatest thing you can also give is the greatest support of the all. Like, again, you pouring into him is also another thing because he's always going to honor you because you did something that most wouldn't do. And that's when I'm like, why are y'all so? That's when I'm like, bro.
But see, Wally, that's the thing. They don't care, man. They already, a lot of them already come into the picture knowing that they don't like a lot of these guys. That's the reality. A lot of these females, because even Molly, I guarantee that.
I mean, that's one side.
Well, hold on. Let me finish, man. So with Molly, she's pretty much coming into the situation. Like a lot of these females are like, you need to, when it's transactional, they don't like them dudes. And they looking at it as far as like, take care of me. And if I don't like you, I'm cashing out. And that's why I push like, man, make them invest in you. Cause the one that will invest into you is the one that actually likes you. She's there for the genuine reasons and stuff. So guys, that's why I'll be like, man, y'all got to get better at this. Cause like what Wally was saying, it's just like, man, when you show that genuine stuff, a guy's gonna like respect that. If you got the right one with characteristics and stuff like that, he ain't gonna sit there and flake on you. You know, so that's like I said, the picture that they're painting, they just don't like these dudes. And that's why they're like, nah, you got to pay. If I have to put some money into it, it's Dusty and stuff like that. Hold on, just one last thing. And the sad thing with this is because I hear a lot of women, a lot of times it's like guys just view women as sex objects. And as far as they only want women for sex. And the sad thing with a lot of females like this is like, that's the picture y'all paint. You know what I'm saying? Because when guys are asking y'all to put a little bit more into the relationship, y'all like, fuck no, that's Dusty. you're not a real man if you do it. So it's like you're literally marketing yourself as a sex object at that point, because like he painted a picture. You were with this guy for like 2 years. So it's like, okay, you ain't gonna invest no money into this situation, and he's trying to build a business. He's coming to you with a plan, but you damn sure will invest some vagina in this motherfucker, which I'll show it like a vagina is priced way lower than your money, and that's the reality. They view their money way more valuable than their vagina.
SJ, you saying that they didn't like you anyway is the most deepest concept. I never thought of it that way. I don't think a lot of guys think of it like that.
I'm telling you, man, I grew up with my cousin had some game. So like I said, I was 16, he was 18, and I broke the story down numerous times. He was like the chick that would put that money to you, because most females don't want to come off their money. Like I said, they value their money more than they value the vagina. And that's the saddest part. But he was like the one that will invest in you and that's willing to like contribute with you or work with you. She really likes you because she's willing to part with that money and stuff. And at first I thought he was crazy, man, until I started like seeing this dynamic play out. So yeah, when they're talking, Stan, they just don't like a lot of these guys. A lot of these guys are option D, E, and F, because the guys that probably like burnt them out when they like projecting and stuff, that like did them dirty or something. The bad boys, those were the guys they were actually attracted to, but it just didn't work out. So now they're like, fuck it, I'm gonna move on. And then that's why like Molly and them, they sound so bitter, because it's just like they carried it on, but the guy like they finally get with, that's the one that they place all the standards on. That's the one that they're like, you need to pay for everything. They're willing to like work that dude to death. That's their workhorse, because it's just like, hey, I really don't like you. The guys I truly had them feelings for, that wasn't a workout, but I'm with you now. I settled for you. Nigga, go to work. They got him in a sweatshop.
Oh.
That's why I'm like, dudes are stupid. Keep signing up for this stuff. Okay, I'm a provider, Mel. I got all this. Here you go, there. Here's my wallet. I'm like, fuck that.
Wrong for that.
Man, but that's what this shit translates, man. You hear them. That's why I'm saying. That's why I love these clips, because they're breaking it down. It's their own words. We don't no longer have to guess. Because I used to get a lot of pushback when I'm breaking down concepts. Guys were like, "Oh, I don't believe that." I'm like, okay, listen to them. This is coming out their own mouth. You think somebody loves you if they can't like contribute to their own house as an adult? Yeah, just think about it. They live by themselves. They'll pay 100% on everything. They be getting their backs blown out. Dudes ain't paying none of their bills. Think about that. Like they've all been out there. Ain't no dude paid none of their phone bill, and they just getting ran through. And then they're coming to you, the guy that's willing to marry him and take care of him, take the bullet. They're like, nah, motherfucker, you gotta pay for everything. Even though I don't have these past experience, it's the most disrespectful shit. If you a man that got some value and it got some game. Yeah. Like, hell no, I ain't taking that deal. If you don't give me the best deal, I'll get kick rocks.
Oh man, yeah, you're right. You're right. Wow.
Yeah, damn that. But yeah, that's what this clip definitely highlights. It's like they ain't gonna invest no money into you, but they'll invest some vagina. So man, what they pretty much telling you is like, hey, we ain't got nothing to really, with that question, what do you bring to the table? They ain't bringing nothing but vagina. That's what they saying pretty much. Because they ain't gonna contribute shit else.
Wow.
Yeah, this shit's sad, man. That's what I like. But shout out to what's her name, Elizabeth, and I think the other girl. Let me play it a little bit more. We circle back.
Are all making beautiful points, and I love what Molly said there. The dusty business, et cetera, et cetera. But let's just be real. We know that there is a sister that we are friends with right now that is supporting a dusty ass person right now, and they're doing just fine. And what I can say is he did mention
facts. They sending commissary to these dudes in jail and shit.
Big time.
If that man has good character, if he has all of that, y'all in love, you got good character, et cetera, it's going somewhere. There's potential. Would you support that man or not? I highly believe that our sisters definitely need to start supporting their man, especially if they're with him. If you've been with him that long already, regardless if you're married or not married, something in you is making you stay with that man. So if you are already in the pathway of creating this life with this person, why not help the plan, help the vision, regardless if that is there or not? Because you weren't thinking of marriage when you got past a year. You wasn't thinking of marriage when you got past 2 years. So we're not talking about the ones that are like, as soon as I go into this relationship, yeah, we're dating, okay, marriage. We're not talking about those situations. We're talking about the ones that's already in the situation. You done already been laying it down, busting it wide open for the man and been giving him, et cetera, et cetera. You're investing in this man anyway. So what is the problem with the money and putting it towards a vision? I'm trying to understand that.
Because the problem is they don't value the coochie. Reckless coochie. When I say reckless vagina, they don't value it, man. That's what she tried to figure it out. Like, damn, y'all been with these dudes for 2 years, busting it open. You still ain't gonna invest in this guy? They're like, some of them like, hell nah.
Yeah, Molly was like, I don't know what Molly marriages look like now. Now I'm curious, like, who is this white man? And how's it at the house? Because I know it got to be hell.
But I mean, it's not even about the race thing, because a lot of guys sign up for that. But so it's just like, man, she got a dude that was infatuated with her beauty, man, that had her on the pedestal and probably the best looking chick he ever came across. Yeah, so that's where he's at. So she definitely running the pants in that shit.
Well, like the fact that something happens to him, she says she gonna cheat and you better not.
She out. She out. But she didn't say that when they was dating in the beginning. So she's just saying this on panels now. So yeah, my man, if he see this, he probably gonna be disgusted. Like, oh hell no.
Oh my god.
But yeah, let me finish this out. We'll
because I think black women just overvalue money. That's just my opinion. They overvalue money and they think that money makes them more valuable to us. It don't. It's your loyalty, exclusivity. Men will pay for exclusivity. So
wait, Quill, hold on. Give me a second. Mm-hmm. That kind of goes against your original point.
How so?
Because you're saying that men don't care about money, but then you're saying that a woman should invest in a man with her money.
No, what I was saying was that women overvalue money. So they'll say a man with low character with a lot of money, they'll deal with him. But a man with
no. But the question is, should a woman invest in a man? Though,
Quill is kind of fucking it up because he's saying they overvalue. Hold on, what do you say?
I believe so, but I believe I was responding to what's that? Kamaya.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, so you was just responding to what she was saying.
Yeah, she was saying, what's the problem?
Paul is married here, other than Molly.
I was.
So
word. and just to be clear, I totally get I understand where Molly's coming from. Yes, you definitely don't want to deal with dusty niggas. Like, trust me. Everybody out there in the chat, understand we're not doing this for the ones that are just sitting in the basement with their grandma and their mama's house, not doing nothing, not making no moves, not ambitious. We're not doing that. And I'm not advocating for that for those people, those that put their hands on you and say they're not going to cheat on you again. We're not doing that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking strictly about the people that have good character and you're in love. You're creating this life with this person, whether you believe in marriage or you don't. It's better to invest in something that you believe in than something that is just not right for you. And I am a woman that actually did that. I came to my husband and I saw where he was. He started off as a janitor and I was like, you know what? Hey, I'm a waitress. We both got these, dreams. You know what? I believe in your purpose, your dream that you're trying to do. Let's go ahead and put some money on it. Let's start stacking up together. Let's do this or whatever. And yeah, janitors out here, Louisiana, don't make as much at all whatsoever. $8.25 an hour at the time. And I was like, hey, let's look into moving somewhere else. Right? Exactly. I'm laying out.
What
I'm
I
being
said, struggle love
transparent.
out this motherfucker.
No, I
$8
appreciate it. I appreciate it. I think that that's dope.
I was the woman that stepped in and said, look, this is unacceptable. We're not doing this. Let's start applying somewhere else. Let's try to move to, somewhere else that we can actually make more money. We moved on over to Austin and he started making way more than that.
You,
So
you
it's
don't
like,
have to say that amount. You don't have to say how much you make.
right. I'm just saying, like it's the woman is the one that gives the influence. So yeah, the it may not be great.
I don't know about that influence shit.
No, she's spot on. You know why?
No, I agree.
I gotta say this: it's the South, and we have to be honest. Like there are certain areas in the South when you see what they get paid, it's like, why are you here? And a lot of times people are there because they got families, and that's all they know. So we could laugh at the 850, right? But she was also a waitress. So there's a reality outside of our major cities where people are living and they are growing with that amount of money and not knowing like there's more money out there for them to get because where they're located. In all fairness, because it's not fair for us to judge people that live the way they do because they have this is a lack of opportunity to get access to that money. And they had to move. And once you go to Texas, compared to Mississippi and some parts of New Orleans, you do have to move out. The same thing for people in Florida. A lot of us was not making money in South Florida. We move up to Orlando, and then we move up to Jacksonville, and a lot of us moved to Atlanta.
Man, I want to hear this shit, Stan. It's the information age, goddamn it. Everybody got a cell phone in their hand. Y'all better.
But it's like, but back then, like, you do have to, like, the whole thing of moving out is scary to a lot of people who have never gotten that chance and taking that leap of faith. And they did it and they succeed. And she built with her man.
No, she definitely got a good message. And so I like what she's saying. Yeah. No, I'm just the fact that she grew with him. So I'll say like her and Elizabeth, those are definitely like wifey types that would be loyal. That's why I like this clip, because it showed the two dynamics. It showed the two females that's just transactional, that's gonna wipe your ass out in court, and it showed the females that's willing to build with you. And this is where guys got to get better at, like targeting females like her and the other one, Elizabeth, that's willing to build with you, that will invest with you. But guys, we are, a lot of dudes just fixate on the looks and stuff. So they might go to some of the other chicks, and those are going to be the ones that are going to dog you out and stuff. So I love this clip, man, because I like the contrast that they showed in different perspectives and stuff. So, we're always pushing that, like, get you a chick that's willing to rock with you and invest it with you, man, because you could just hear the, like, loyalty and the love, actually, like how she's speaking, and like the girl Elizabeth versus the other one's like, oh, if you don't bring no money home, I'm gonna get some side dick. Like, get the fuck out.
Molly was
brand at first, but if that woman, it can be the backbone to help push the man in a direction that's going to better help the entire, vision and the plan, then so be. You actually need and what you deserve. Right, focus on your value.
Yeah, I like her. How you pronounce her name?
Yeah, I can't even. K. that's how
I like she gave hope. She gave hope. Like it was very like, and I'm gonna say this, like, I'm not making excuses, but like, this is like two people who are making what they made, and they're like, look, we gotta leave here to get to our dreams and our goals. And that's dope.
Oh yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying, because I was just cracking some jokes, but it's like, man, when you're young, you're gonna start off at a low point, unless you just get super lucky. I mean, that's what me and my wife did, man. We wasn't making the most money, so we worked together, and shit, we're millionaires now. I told people that before, working together. So it's like it can be done, but like a lot of females, man, like for some reason, like I said, when it comes to like investing the money in the household, the way they look at it, they're like, I like how she pointed it out. Like, how y'all gonna be laying up with these dudes for 2 years and you don't want to contribute nothing? So I like how she was like, I'm not gonna be, that's why I said the two females that was like, I will invest with somebody. They don't see themselves with bums, which means that they're probably with like good guys, even though some of the relationships ain't like work out, they're around like I'll say professional guys or guys with character, so they weren't projecting like that loser shit.
Yeah.
And the other ones must have got with some like loser type guys. That's why they're like, I ain't doing this. And they just don't see themselves with that magnitude, that guy with that character and stuff. Because I think on another clip, Anton did ask him like, hey, if I was asking you for the money, would you give it to me? And they all did say yes. So I think he
Can we view that clip later on in the future?
Yeah, we could do that one some other time. But they said they would loan to him. So it did kind of show that if they see somebody as responsible, they would give that money up. So
good clip. That's a good one.
Yeah, we'll definitely circle back on that one. But we'll go ahead. We'll jump into the next topic. Y'all got anything else on this one?
I like this clip. Thank you for bringing this out. Molly is scary. Molly is the prototype that I need to watch out for. I think for a lot of us guys, we gotta look out for people like Molly. Elizabeth, I will have to fight against my type, and I have to date an Elizabeth. But Elizabeth, if you're free, Wally is single, so you can holler at Wally.
Y'all look EM38 pull up, you know how he is. But it's just crazy on that clip because, like I said, they'll sleep with a dude all them years, but I'm telling you, man, when it comes to the money, like that's the crazy thing. They just the way they view their money, they're like, hey, I'll give you some ass, but I'll invest some coochie into the situation, but I invested no bread, dog. So,
Oh my
goodness.
Because even when she broke it down, they were still shaking their heads. She was like, man, y'all gonna be sleeping with a guy for 2 years and you want to invest in him? Like, she's like, this ain't no like, dude, you just mad or anything. He said 2 years. And they was like, nope. He could get some ass though.
So it's like investment versus providership? Is that what's going on now?
Nah, it's an investment versus laziness. That's what it is. Nah, man, they just don't type like them, that their mind wired like that. They just like, I ain't putting no money towards this situation at all. Like, but then they'll be upset when like a guy levels up, say like they didn't give him no investment, say he does build that business anyways, and he moves on with another chick. Then they gonna be like, he ain't shit. But guys, if y'all build that business, they don't invest on you, you got every right to leave them when you level up.
Ooh,
that should be the deal. Like, if they don't want to invest in you, leave their ass when you make it. Don't marry them until you get to don't marry them. Just like keep them as a girlfriend, carry them on, and once that money grow, hey, leave them on the sideline. But don't be on their terms. Don't let them push you into those like, oh, you need to marry me first before I invest. Like, hell nah. You supposed to show me that you willing to be part of this. Then I'll marry your ass. That's how that shit works. But all right, we'll go ahead and jump into the last topic, man. So the last topic is going to be the UnitedHealthcare CEO situation with Luigi. So the UnitedHealthcare CEO was recently shot and killed in New York City by the gentleman Luigi.
Allegedly,
was it Mangione or something like that?
Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. They still going to trial and stuff, but so I got a clip and they kind of give some background on Luigi because it looked like he came from like a pretty, I'll say privileged like lifestyle and stuff like that. So Stan, I know you had some information when we was talking earlier, but let me play the clip and then we'll break down like why, he kind of did this, is this becoming more common, I guess, with like privileged people. So, all right, let me play this.
The arrest of Luigi Mangione. Police believe he is the gunman who shot and killed UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson.
The manhunt for Mangione lasted nearly a week until investigators found him yesterday in Pennsylvania casually eating at a McDonald's. Let's get right to Good Day's Haley Fixler. She joins us now in studio with more details about that suspect. Haley, good morning.
Hey, good morning. We are starting to learn a lot about Luigi Mangione. A UPenn publication wrote that he helped start a club at the university for students interested in gaming and game design. He was in a fraternity, and one of his cousins is a Maryland state legislature. Former classmates say Mangione had everything going for him, and they are surprised that he's now accused of murder.
It's the smile that went viral. Investigators sharing these photos of 26-year-old Luigi Mangione beaming at an Upper West Side hostel all across the country in hopes that someone would recognize the person they believe to be responsible for shooting and killing UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson on December 4th. An employee at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania remembered that smile and called police on Monday, leading police to finally capture Mangione 6 days after the manhunt first began.
He was born and raised in Maryland. We know he has ties to San Francisco, California, and his last known address was Honolulu, Hawaii. He has no prior arrest history in New York.
The Towson, Maryland native went to a prestigious private school in Baltimore and graduated valedictorian in 2016. Mangione also graduated from the University of Pennsylvania in 2020 with both a bachelor's and a master's degree in engineering for computer science and math. These photos on his X account show off his smile, a love for adventure, and his posts suggest an interest in health. He reshared different theories about society. Police say when they arrested him, they found a ghost gun, similar to the one seen in the surveillance video capturing Thompson's death. Thousands of dollars in cash, multiple fake IDs.
Damn, he living life like he in a video game and shit.
Yeah,
they said he was at McDonald's hollering at broke chicks, flirting and stuff.
I don't know about the chicks part, but
Oh, okay. Let me finish this out. We gonna break that down.
And a personal manifesto.
Officers recovered a handwritten document that speaks to both his motivation and mindset.
We're still working through his social media. We're going to do a complete scrub of that. Preliminarily, like I said, he seems that he has some ill will toward corporate America.
Multiple reports say in the document, Mangione allegedly wrote, quote, "I do apologize for any strife and trauma, but it had to be done." Earlier in the investigation, law enforcement officers suggested the gunman might have been trying to send a message. The words deny, depose, and defend were written on shell casings left behind at the scene of the shooting. These words are similar to a 2010 book written also critical of healthcare insurance companies.
Now, his Goodreads account has now been made private, but there are screenshots circulating all over social media that Mangione allegedly left a positive review for the Unabomber's manifesto earlier this year. The review said he was, quote, "a political revolutionary." Dan, Tashani?
A lot of questions that are.
Damn. So what y'all take, man? Y'all think this is gonna become more common and stuff? People like acting out like this?
My question is like, why that particular CEO?
Yeah, because that's a weird thing. When I was looking at it, it's like, man, he don't even have like United Healthcare. So I don't know why he went after him. And even if you had, because I think he had some like a back surgery or something like that. He had an accident when he was like surfing or something in Honolulu, and it like something happened with his back. And I think the surgery didn't go all the way where he was dealing with pain. But it's like, even with that, it's like, man, kill somebody because of, some gripes you might have with the insurance industry. That's just crazy.
And it's off because he is of the rich of the rich. He's part of the 1%.
Yeah. No, because he like they said, he came from a affluent family, like you said, a pretty good background, educated. So, because I was even thinking about this earlier, I'm like, man, you could have ran for office. You got a cousin that's in like politics. Like you could have ran and man, you could have made like healthcare your platform instead of taking this route. Like,
and his older brother's a doctor.
Damn. Okay. Shit.
Older brother's a doctor. He's like, I believe. He's are they called like heiress, like since it's two of them, or heiresses? I don't know if the plural form for heiress, but they own something like the hotel industry or something. So they're gonna be taken care of for life. That's one. But now it's allegedly, I won't say allegedly, that he is the same sex orientated lover for the BBC. I swear, us black men, we're the most wanted, but yet we can't get employed and get all that money though. But everybody want to love us and keep us trapped in these relationships. But yep, allegedly two of the boyfriends of his came up and talked about it, saying that he was very giving And
you said this allegedly, right? 'Cause-
allegedly, he was
oh,
very
okay. So
allegedly.
they came out though. It was like talking about a. You
Yep.
think they may be clout chasing on that?
You know, no girlfriends has come out yet. He might have a girlfriend or two, but the men are coming out. They say he was giving. They,
Oh, okay.
And, he got them bags from Hermes and other spots and areas. Like, look, get in where you fit in. Don't they broke. Since it's all about the money anyway, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a giver. Yeah, but I don't understand what exactly is the motivation for him to do this. And I also got questions because the eyebrows doesn't match. Like, Wally, you okay? Your screen is frozen. Wally, you there?
No, Wally, like. But I mean, do y'all think this is gonna become more common? Like people just snapping out like this? Because, like I said, my man had a privileged life. So you think he's just bored with life or something?
No, I hope not. Because you know what? All these billionaires, and we have yet to get a Batman, or at least an Oliver Queen, Green Arrow, or Tony Stark. Like, I don't need this stuff. Like, give us somebody that's actually gonna use their influence to be a superhero, like a real one. But this stuff, I don't know. I don't know, because it's like, why target him? Like, what exactly about this one that you went after?
Yeah, I think more details got to come about. But Wally, let me get you in there. What do you see this becoming more common?
I mean, I can't say it is or but well, my only thing is when I looked at this video, this is the one thing that was very hard for me to understand. How the fuck did you know where he was gonna be after you to shoot him?
Yeah, he must be tracking the hell out of him. Yeah.
Allegedly, he was following him. He knew his schedule. Allegedly, yeah. Like allegedly.
And you didn't have no security. Nah, look, I'm sorry. I couldn't believe when you're a top-end CEO of a franchise, of a healthcare franchise, and yet somehow you weren't taken care of with some guards, and then next thing you know, you just get blasted.
But I mean, he came out of the blue, like just
You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that work?
Huh?
I understand, how does that work? Like, I was lost for words. So I'm like,
yeah, he was tracking him pretty hard though, because like the way like what they showed in the video, how he pulled up. That's why I was like, man, this cat, he thought life was a video game, but yeah, he just pulled up cold blooded. That was some cold blooded stuff just to do that right there. So yeah, he definitely out in he's gone if that's the case.
Very skilled, but the thing about it, right? But it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up, and that's the thing. Like, it just doesn't add up. The eyebrows doesn't match. The height, where everybody thought what they were looking for, is just not adding up for me. It's just not adding up. What's his motivation? The way that he did it is like very skilled. Now, unless he's going out here doing this on the regular on the weekend, and he worked for some form of the government that we don't know nothing about.
Hell nah.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's just very skilled in a 3D printed propelled object. I think because we don't want to get
I think it's just somebody that fixated on somebody, man. I think he probably lost a little bit, man, because I think a lot of times, man, when people get money, man, and they lack purpose, because I think sometimes these kids, they're in the shadow of somebody else. So instead of them like trying to figure out their way how to like get out of it, they'll go to like the dark stuff and then dwell in that. So with him, man,
find out.
What was that?
I said, shit, let me find out. Like, somebody bless me with that money and let me.
Yeah, but now, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he probably, a lot of them just feel inadequate. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it seemed like he went around trying to find himself. But I mean, none of us would do no shit like that. Like you said, we'll be on the beach drinking some Malibu out of a coconut and shit, but enjoying our riches. But you know, these type of people, I guess when they're like living in that, they're just bored, man. And so they just start looking for destructive shit to do, man.
Oh man, can I request a Trading Places moment?
Yeah. It's like,
Christmas?
man,
Like give me man, give us all of us on this panel that, including M3, give us that for like 5 years. Like there's no where I'll be bored. Like
at all.
no, especially like when you both your parents are well to do, you're a trust fund baby. You already did the best of the best in college and the fraternity. The world is actually your what do you call it? Like your world, the world is your oyster.
Your oyster, yeah.
Like then you go off and do this, and that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, I'm missing something. There's something that's not right.
Yeah, no, I just, like I said, I think it's a little bit of craziness, man. And I just think a lot of people just lacking purpose, man. And they just turn into like, I want some notoriety. Yeah, because I see what you're kind of saying, Stan, but I just don't think like in some of these cases, man, there's just not a big connect that always needs to go together. It's just like some people are just crazy, man. And it's that thrill that they're seeking somewhat.
Hey, even more crazies are also the most smartest in some cases.
But why that CEO? And that's, well, I'll say this: what manifests after this, right? Somebody put out that is no longer the left or the right. It's about the up and the down. It's like the rich versus the poor. And I'm like, yo, this is scary stuff because we do live in a capitalist society. And I don't want to like be a CEO to find out that I might be a mark on somebody's list. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? Like, if this is going to be the future, this is going to be scary stuff.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things, man. When because yeah, that's a good point, Stan. Where I think a lot of people are just so angry now, man. That's why like another thing is like they're kind of lashing out. Because like I did see that too. I forgot all about that conversation they were having as far as like a lot of people were cheering them on, like, you know, because of some, you know, how the healthcare industry, not the insurance industry, they'll like reject a lot of claims and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that's when he had his back situation where, you know, he felt that I guess disgust with the industry, you know, when after he had to deal with it. So he probably didn't know which insurance he had. He probably looked, because I know United is pretty big, so he probably just looked for the biggest ones, and then that's probably how he targeted who, you know, looking at websites and stuff at the leadership chain of command. Because I did see like United took off all the leadership off the websites.
Yeah.
So
and
yeah, it's just
part about that. Though?
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, and I'll tell you what's the crazy.
Oh no, I'm good. Go ahead.
I said the crazy part about it is like when they did it and other companies did it on Twitter, people copy and paste all the faces and the titles of the CEOs of the company.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it is getting kind of scary though. Like you said, it's like that class stuff kind of going on. People are pissed off. So it's just like, man, like, hopefully this ain't no trend and people calm down and stuff.
I mean, the only thing that really just sort of added a little bit mixture was like the reading of the books. Like, okay, so for instance, the manifesto, if you know what the manifesto is, then it's like you already know, like, okay, where his head was at.
Yeah.
Like the manifesto is one of those quote unquote books. And I'm pretty sure that book probably off of Amazon, because I don't think they'll allow anyone to buy it now. Because the way this would happen, I promise. I ain't gonna lie, because I actually wanted to buy the manifesto just to read it, just to see like where the mental in creating.
No, I'll be doing the same thing. I'll be reading, man. I'll be trying to understand people's mindsets. Because if I spot that shit, I'm getting the hell up out of Dodge. Like, oh shit, he's showing signs. Like,
right. So I definitely want to understand the mindset of like where are they coming from with this. And it's like,
that's a good point, Wally.
It's like, ugh.
Yeah, because and that's what I'm saying. It's like I think when people get bored, man, they don't know how to find like people to connect with and different networks and stuff. Man, they start reading. Like they said, he was reading the Unabomber book. He was reading that other one. So it's just like, man, when you start filling your mind with all that stuff, and like I said, it seemed like he was like living life like it was a video game. How he stepped out of there. It's just like, man, you got to detach from shit a little bit and find purpose some other way, man. Like,
But that's the crazy part about it, right? Because he was in that position where he could change, and that's like the Batman effect, right? You could do so much work where you're at because of your affluence, and then
Yeah.
you go to doing something like this. It's like, yo, like it's not making any sense. And I want to add one more thing. Like the worker from McDonald's, allegedly that person got fired for getting involved. They said that they called on while they were on the clock. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then
Oh,
also
okay.
there's a pushback from people, and people don't like that person. They said that's good for you. That's what you get from like you wanting the prize, and this person was fighting for the people. You wanted, and also this person is not going to get the reward.
Yeah, that's messed up. Yeah.
Allegedly, they're not getting the award. And there was two different types of award. Did they call the FBI or did they call the police? And it's a whole bunch of things. So now this person has no job, no money coming in, and everybody's looking at McDonald's like, I forgot what's like Burger King put in like Burger King said like we're no snitch on their Twitter.
Damn, they getting into the social
Oh yeah,
constructs and talk about no snitching at Burger King.
Mm-hmm.
They tripping.
Like, I remember Wendy said like, "Oh, you're envious," and then McDonald's said something like, "No, McDonald's Burger King says that the only thing that's red about you is your mascot."
That's funny.
So they go at it each other on Twitter.
But all right, we'll go ahead. We'll close this one out. But I do got one more quick topic, and it's just an IG post, man, of like some females. They went out to dinner. We're having some like I guess a fight on who's gonna pay the bill and stuff. So let me pull that up real quick.
Are you gonna show us the Dusty?
Yeah, this we getting dusty right here. So let me know if y'all agree with the one female who they got mad at, like if she should have to pay more of the bill, or y'all think she was just for like dipping off and getting pissed off at the other chicks that she went out with for ladies' night.
For her, because why she go to the bathroom when it's time to pay the bill? She always do that.
I just brought the bill.
How much is it?
Here she comes. I said, we just got the bill.
We just gonna split it 5 ways.
Split it 5 ways. I want to split it 5 ways.
It's my birthday. We out to eat. It's 5 of us.
Okay, but I only drank water and I only ate lettuce. I only ate lettuce and I only drank water.
Are you serious right now?
I am serious.
That don't matter. You still got to split the bill. That's what we do.
Okay, and I don't know why y'all scooted this over. I tasted your stuff. I didn't eat it. So I'm only gonna pay for this lettuce and drinking this water.
Girl, we not doing that. We not doing that tonight. Not tonight. We're gonna split it 5 ways. It's gonna be easy, and we can go on to the next
I'm
time.
not splitting it 5 ways because I didn't eat. I didn't eat.
This is crazy.
No, what's crazy is y'all thinking I'm gonna split it 5 ways and I only had lettuce. I only ate this lettuce and I mean, y'all ain't gonna force me to pay 5 ways and y'all eating good and I only had lettuce and water. I mean, I tasted your stuff, but
this is what we do. We deal and then we leave.
Okay,
We not about to do.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all,
You knew we was coming out here today.
Okay, well,
Like, you knew that.
Okay, well, if y'all feel like that, you know what? Y'all ain't even gotta take me back to my car because I can Uber. And I'm not.
Girl, if you can Uber, you can help with this bill.
Okay, happy birthday to you. Sorry.
For real.
I support her 100%. Got that right. I support her 100%.
So you agree with her? She like, man, she only had the salad and the water. She's like, she only had to pay for her portion.
Yeah, because to me that's tacky. Like, if you guys all knew that y'all gonna split it, and then y'all eating lavishly, so basically I'm paying y'all bill too. F y'all.
Yeah,
I got more to say, but I'll let you and Wally go because I got some more to say for these people on their birthdays.
Now go ahead, Wally. What is your take on that? You think she was she only should have paid for her little portion if she had like a free water and some damn salad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, like literally, if the water is free, right, and then the salad, I'm pretty sure, like what, depending on where they were, the salad probably free too, give or take. What am I gonna pay?
Yeah, it's almost
what we do.
Them chicks that she went out with were shit. Cause you know that'd be like, man, if I went out with y'all and I saw you guys only had a little bit, I'd be like, man, I got I'll pay for that portion. Like, I'm not gonna be like, hey Wally, Mia staying over there ordering like rack of lamb and oysters and shit, and you're just over there eating a salad. I'll be like, man, ain't no way in hell we gonna split this bill and pull you into it, when we ordering all this food and drinks and shit. Yeah, the fact that they were like still trying to get her to pay, it's like, man, yeah, them females wasn't shit. I was like, I don't even understand why this stuff is that complex. Cause guys would be like, nah, you good, Wally. You ain't even have that much.
Right, but here's the thing though. Cause I'll say this. They want to talk about split. Okay, let's split. You pay for what you buy. I pay for what I buy. You pay for what you like. That's the split right there.
Yeah.
And what I purchased was some simple shit. Here we go. The rest of y'all can add y'all, put y'all tab on. I ain't splitting no 5 ways. Kiss my blind.
Yeah, fuck that.
Way, bro.
Go ahead, Stan. What was you about to say?
They used to this in San Francisco. We used to have this thing called tapas bars. That tapas is from Spain. Like people like they.
You said topless?
No, tapas. TAPAS.
Okay.
Not topless. That's another story. But like when the bill will come, it's like, dude, like it's like almost $1,000. You ain't eat nothing.
Damn.
And it's like we could split it. I let that so when I go to one of them things, I get my stuff from the bar, my drink, and my food, and then I go to the table because it's already paid for, it's already separated. And one party, the bill came to $3,000, and I'm like, yeah, the person that wanna hit down and order mojitos, order pictures, and all this other stuff. It's always some broke person that comes into these parties and just be ordering the most. Oh, let's celebrate. Like, you're not going to pay into this. You're not even going to invest in this stuff. You always come here, pocket empty and your stomach full.
Yeah, that's why I be up front. I'm like, look, split this shit out. You got to tell that waitress early, like, oh, we don't really do that today. You better figure it out because I ain't paying for it.
Yeah, big time. They could do it. They lazy. They don't want to do it. They lazy. And for you people with these birthdays and planning all this stuff, stop that bullshit. You are not the Messiah. The Messiah already. It's just your birthday. Anybody want to thank your parents. Other than that, you're not the Messiah. Don't drag us to this bullshit. And happy birthday.
Yeah, it's like the broke people always want to go to the most like extravagant shit and do these all complex arrangements so they could get out of paying stuff. So yeah, I was like, they did that female dirty, man. How they like, oh, why ain't you gonna pay? Made her feel like she was a crazy one.
Okay, you can
pay to her for leaving them behind.
This. Like, what you going to my pockets for? You gonna tell me if I can pay for Uber? You can pay for this? No.
Yeah, that's crazy. But all right, we'll go ahead. We'll shut this down. So we'll go ahead and do the quick recap. I'll start with you, Stan.
My one of my requests would be to look at that original Dr. Umar interview. I'll be interested to see what exactly happened after that.
Okay. We might have to do the breakdown on the whole thing. All right.
Yeah, I want to see that one. But I will say this: when Dr. Umar gets with a white woman and that supports his dream, he's going to say one word, and it's going to be mustard.
You mean mayonnaise, right? Mayonnaise. That's what you really mean.
Oh no, he's gonna say mustard because I'm supposed to gonna be mad. Like, hey, she's supporting his dream and his schools are open. And his schools are open.
You said they gonna be like goddamn time. You said them schools gonna be open. He gonna have a franchise, huh?
Okay,
like, open up.
Sure, that dream succeed. The second one, this is like a mystery upon mystery. Is like I want to see what happens, but I want to give advice to the rich people. There's 2 advices I want to get to them. You see, all of us on this panel, it's not too late to adopt us, so we can understand all this money stuff that everybody be talking about. Money don't buy you happiness. Let us discover.
Mm-hmm.
Let us have them 10 years and then see what we could do with like being bored and finding purpose. That's what I don't mind being adopted by the rich. So go ahead, let us know. Like Trading Places, the new movie. So, or we can make it a reality TV show. So like, I'm down for it.
Yeah, me too. I'm definitely down.
Down for it. The second part for this guy, like, I just want to know, like, for rich people again, we don't have a Batman, we don't have a Tony Stark, and we don't have a Oliver Queen. Like, get it together. We need those guys. We don't need this fake vigilante stuff y'all doing now, like kill each other off. Like, I don't know what that is about. CEO versus like the rich. I'm not going for that soap opera. So give me Batman, give me Green Arrow, and give me Iron Man. That's all of my requests. And the last part, stop going to these group party events. If they ain't throwing no barbecue at their house, just send them a card and say happy birthday. This stuff ruined friendships. I've seen people fight. People don't talk to each other. People get blocked on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and it just ruins people's life. And if you are a birthday person, think about other people, and you're not the fucking Messiah. It's not about you. So happy birthday. Wish you the best luck on that day. Don't ask us for nothing else. Good luck with your life.
All right, Wally. Outro.
So, from the last one, never, when you know your friends, never deal with them in a situation like this. Yes, it's your birthday, and I understand this. But if you think your birthday gift is me buying your ass food, you got a whole nother thing coming. That ain't it for me. No, just no. As far as the whole shooting of the CEO, I'm still like literally asking myself, how in the hell do you find somebody perfect time and then just cloop? Like I'm sorry, no way. It's just not possible. At least in my head, it's not possible. There's just no way. There has to be some type of deep, dark agenda. Has to. Just a little bit off from me. Because I was looking at that very, very perplexed. Because I'm like, how? How? But again, see, just know. And then the first topic of the freaking day. For all y'all young men out there that's around my age, I don't got one thing to say. Understand this one thing. When it comes to your so-called relationship and your so-called marriage, based upon what these women are out here saying, you stand alone. And with that said, stay alone. Be single. Don't invest in shit. Stay single, goddammit. Stay single. No. Hey, stay single until someone's willing to play ball with you, though. Real shit.
All right, topic one. I got a few stuff. So first of all, if a female's not going to invest in you, recreational use only. Shout out to Cooley. That's all they should make it to. They don't want to put no money into you. They should just be a booty call. Like I said, once you get your business up and running, she ain't investing in you, drop her ass. Drop her as soon as you make it.
That is messed up.
So it's like, yeah, nah, if they ain't willing to invest in you, man, and they laying up, enjoy that ride. Keep them as booty call territory and keep it pushing. And the second part I want to address on that first clip, white men, stop marrying these bum chicks, man. Y'all pay out enough alimony. y'all gotta wake up and get on the movement too, man. Homegirl was like, oh, I'll get the white guy to pay for everything. It's like, man, wake up, stop getting used, man. They don't like us like that when they're saying stuff.
I ain't gonna lie though, jerk. Let them do that. Because I ain't gonna lie, it saves us the problem. Yeah,
but see, man, I want all men to win. We just need avoidance. We need to avoid chicks like that when they talk like that. I'm telling you, if dudes got on board with my mindset, man, they wouldn't be getting used like this.
I'm joking though.
No. I feel what you're saying, but this is like, hey, man, just we need to start like just pushing them to the side. Like, hell no. Like, so it's just like, yeah, start avoiding them type of chicks, man, because the way that they just speak about they dudes, man, it just that shit irked me, man, because I want to see no guy getting taken advantage of. It's like, man, we spend all this time building, like that one chick said. It was like we build up. And then they'll just pull anybody in their life, and then they don't respect what you built because they wasn't with you in them trenches. So hell no, avoid that shit. I don't care what any dudes. Oh, go ahead.
No, I wasn't trying to interrupt, but
yeah, I was just gonna say, like, yeah, man, all those dudes push that provider shit. It's like, man, that provider stuff needs to be earned. They need to be building with you, and then you reward them at the end if they like rocking with you. That's when you give them the provision, but. Hell no, fuck that.
Right.
So shout out to the 2 females that said they would build with the guys. Those are the type of females guys need to start going after and stuff. And shout out to Anton and them. They got a great panel. But second topic, the dude Luigi. Luigi, you're a disappointment. You should be somewhere sniffing coke with some chicks instead of doing all this crazy stuff. You are a man of privilege. What the hell are you doing out here doing this crazy stuff? You should be just like getting drunk on a yacht with a bunch of chicks around you. Enjoy your riches. If you're privileged, don't get bored and start looking up crazy shit to do. It's just like, man, enjoy your life, man. Your parents did stuff right. They set you up in a good position. Enjoy that shit. And then the last one topic, that was just a straight up, I'll say a bum bitch bonanza. Women, stop going out with each other. Obviously, y'all don't know how to split a bill.
Like, you know what's even more funny though? You know what's even more funny?
It was a bum bitch bonanza.
Oh my God.
It's like, how the hell, like, could that be so hard to, like, a whole girl had a salad and a free water? Like, y'all gonna really charge her for that? Like, there would be no group of guys that would charge anybody if they had a salad and a water. We'll low-key be like, man, is your pockets all right? Man, get your ass a cheeseburger or something. I ain't gonna let my homie ride out like that. Like, we got you covered. Like, that's how guys get down.
But see, you know what's so interesting about this whole situation? You remember that one video when the man was like at the party and he's like, oh, I thought you was gonna pay for all of us. Whoa. I'm paying for my woman. It's her birthday. I'm paying for her and my meal. Y'all pay for y'all own. You see, in that situation, they say the man gotta pay for that shit. I'm like, fuck out of here.
Yeah, that was messed up. Yeah, that's how they be thinking though, man. It's always like, what can I gain out of a situation? Even when they with themselves, man. That's what I'm like, man. It's just some bad people out here.
You for real?
Yeah.
Amongst themselves?
Yeah, they there's some bad people. But all right, y'all, keep tuning in. Peace.